Hello, welcome to my tutorial video on trace tables. Trace tables is a way of catching errors in your algorithm. So anything in pseudocode or flowcharts, it's to catch any errors out. To create a trace table, you need to have a look at the algorithm, and in the table, you only have to include in the columns the variables in the algorithm and also a column called output, and this will hold anything that is required to print or display in your algorithm. So anything sent to display or anything print, that will be the output. Trace tables just work line by line. So when you've been asked to complete a trace table for a given algorithm, just check each line of the algorithm or the flowchart box and execute each line by line. So you need to fill out the table on what the variable is doing at each particular point. Here's a worked example that you had for homework. So let's look at this. We've got setlist2, 0. So this is an array. So where you see 5, 9, 2, 5 and 13, the search 5 will represent 0, 9 represents 1, 2 represents 2, and so on. So I'm just going to show you how this should be achieved. So the question for this is complete the trace table to show the execution of the algorithm if the search item is 13. So you may not fill in all the rows in the table if you don't want to. Here's a given table that we're working with. So item, we're searching for item 13. So if we just input item 13 in this column, looking for the number 13, which is here. Next is whether it has been found or not. This is search. This is list search. So where does it appear? So search would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And list search would be at 0, what appears is 5, and so on. I'll show you. And finally, output. So what message would be displayed when 13 is found? Because the question again is complete the trace table to show the execution of the algorithm if the search item is 13. So how does the algorithm execute? So initially 13, let's just put this section in first. So the search item would be 0, and then 1, because it's an array, and so on. And the final, I'm going to do 2 4s, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, so item 13, has it been found in array 0? So false. Hasn't been found. Lists what does appear. It's number 5, so you input 5, and there's no output message to display. So is 13 found at number 1? No, false. The answer is 9, and again, no output message, because from this, you don't have to output anything if the item isn't found. 0, 1, 2, so under 2, it's 2, so again, it's false. 2, no output. It's 5, so that's again a false. That's number 3 appears 5, so nothing to output. Finally, number 4 holds value 13, so this has been found, so let's click true. 13 has been found, and then we're going to print the output message. You could have done it there, or you can do it on a new line just to keep it all clean. You can write here, and the output message is, it says it in pseudocode. Clearly here, the item is in the list. Is in the list. Now, the reason why you didn't have to write the item is not on the list in any of these, because the question it's asking, number 13, is complete the trace table to show the execution of the algorithm if the search item is 13. So this is how the algorithm will execute if the item is 13. So you need to put the output answer here. Okay, thank you very much.